Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is on page 7. Inspector Hector Suarez. Property address, 1897 Southwest 28th Ave. Owner, Daniel Talon. Case number CE 200-70604. This case was first heard on 4/15/21 to comply by 5/27/21. Fine suspended as noted. One section complied at $50. City is requesting the full amount of $2,400.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Suarez presenting case CE 200-70604, 1897 Southwest 28th Avenue. This case is in compliance as of 7/28/2021. The building permit for the pavers has been issued on 7/28/2021. The respondent is here to speak.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name.
Good morning, sir. Daniel Talon.
All right. Okay, you were out of compliance for 48 days at $50 a day. What would you like to add?
I was just hoping to get some type of leniency and have the fines reduced. I wasn't even in notice most of the time, to be honest.
Okay, all right, so you're in compliance. This is section.
Your Honor, the administrative cost would be $893. $893.
Okay, I'm going to impose administrative cost $893.
Is there any possible way to get it a little bit lower? Again, I wasn't in notice.
And it's lowered from $2,400, so big discount. Administrative cost $843. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Our next case is on page 9. Inspector Leonardo Martinez. Property address 4 Pelican Drive. Case number BE 21020020. Owner, Sandowski Fam Trust. Pamela and Jay Sandowski trustee. This case was first heard on 5/20/21 to comply by 8/19/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting the full amount of $1,350, which continues to accrue.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case and address as read. Your Honor, I found out yesterday afternoon late that they were missing an engineer. They were discussing with the engineer that they weren't satisfied because there were 2 drains missing in the back of the property. Yesterday late afternoon, they got the engineer approval. This case is in regard of a seal that they didn't obtain before moving into the house. So they are right now the seal to the property, but I would request to give him a 28 days extension.
All right. Sir, if you'll state your name, speak right into the microphone.
It's Joseph Dobos. I'm the architect and friends of the owners, and they don't always live here full time. But I had brought pictures so you could see where the drains were covered up, and we found them. The original engineer, civil engineer, had to disqualify himself. His mom passed away from COVID. We had to get another engineer to look at everything and make sure that it works. He actually came out. I met him. We looked at everything. It was right after a rainstorm, and there was no sitting water at all. So yesterday, I got the final sign-off. We finally got all the drawings in with the new engineer. They were approved. But they wanted us to have another inspection yesterday, which I don't know why, because it's the 3rd time he's out in the field. Came out yesterday, approved everything, so we're just waiting for the CO now to be issued.
All right, I'm going to grant a 28-day extension, stay the fines as of this date. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Leo.
Our next case is on page 2. It's a new business case. Property address 801 Southwest 4th Street. Inspector Mary Rich. Case number BE 210-30082. Owner, Christina and Joseph Seber. This notice posted at the property on 7/22/21, posted at City Hall 9/2/21.
Good morning, Your Honor. It's
Morning.
Officer Rich for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case and address is as stated, BE 210-30082, 801 Southwest 4th Street. Property was inspected on March 22nd, 2021, and the following violations were observed as depicted in the photos. 9-1D, any violation of the Florida Building Code shall be a violation of this section and punishable as provided in this section. There is construction work at this property that was started without obtaining the required permits as per FBC 105.1, consisting of but not limited to wood fence and porch. A stop work order was issued by Building Inspector Carescale, and an inspection report was mailed to the owner listed in Broward County records by administrative staff. As of the pre-hearing inspection on 9/15, violation remains. I have had contact with the property owner and her contractor, and they were attempted to obtain a permit for the wood fence, but it hasn't been issued at this time. The porch, they did have a permit for the paver porch now that was reinstalled, so that part of it is complied. They just need to obtain the permit for their wood fencing. I'll let the respondent speak.
Good morning,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, state your name, please.
My name is Connie Di Trinidad, work for Max Services. We demoed the fence already on the house, and the customer has requested to cancel not to redo the fence. So we requested a cancellation Friday.
Your Honor, they only demoed partial of the fence, which is the front fence, that's the short fence in the front. The whole folio of the property has had fence work completed, installing new gates, wood posts, and other wood fencing. So they need a permit for the whole of the property. That includes the whole fence on the property, on the parcel. And I explained that to the contractor.
All right, so
Okay.
what's the city's recommendation?
The city recommends 63 days or $50 per day thereafter to obtain the fence permit.
How many days?
63?
63?
63.
All right, I'm going to find the violation does exist. 63 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is on page 5. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 5300 Powerline Road A, case number BE 21030001, owner Desert Powerline LLC. This case is continued from the 6/17/21 hearing.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Michael Pizzi, and I'm an attorney for the Desert family and 5300 Powerline Road.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Building Inspector Leo Martinez, case and address as read. Your Honor, I visited this property on March 1st of 2021 with Inspector Alexander Abores. At the time of our inspection, we brought with us the latest set of drawings that were approved by the city. And after our inspection, we conclude that some changes were made to that property without obtaining first the required permits. The property was cited for work without permits under FBC 2017, Section 105.1. This case was opened on March 1st, 2021. Inspection report was mailed to the property on January 8th of 2021. The final notice was mailed to the property owner in April 8th of 2021. The notice of hearing was posted at the property on May 15th of 2021. Mr. Pizzi, who is the lawyer representing the company, is been in contact with us. He informed us that they hired an architect that is preparing an as-built to submit to the city with all the changes they made without permit. As today, no permit application has been submitted. Like I said, Mr. Pizzi been in contact with me, giving me updates, and also I received a call from the architect. We're asking your owner to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 180 days to come into compliance or fine of $100 per violation per day thereafter.
All right, I don't recall this case. This is continued from
July, I think it was.
June.
Yeah, it was continued in June or July. Your Honor, we hired architects, Keller Architects, and they've contacted the city, made public records requests for all of the plans. They've gone out multiple, Extreme Action Park is, it's over 100,000 square feet. It's a huge facility. So what we have to do is, because Extreme Action Park is such a massive 100,000 square foot, complex, when you get a citation, Your Honor, that says that there was something done over the years that isn't on the original plans, what has to happen is, it's a little bit like a needle in the haystack. The architects need to go, the architect, we retained Caler Architects. They have some plans. They've done a public records request to get additional plans, because what they want to do is, they want to make sure they do a top-to-bottom inspection of the entire property and make sure that if there's anything on the property that's not on the original plans and that required a permit, they'll submit an as-built. So we are willing and we intend, once we get the records from the city, to compare the original plans to what's there now, and if there is something at Extreme Action Park that's not on the original plans and it requires a permit, they will, in a timely fashion, submit and get the permit issued. And my understanding, Your Honor, as a result of today's hearing, is that if they get the permit pulled within the 180 days, there will be no fines. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Seems correct. Okay, I'm going to find the violation does exist. Do 182 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
So, but there will be no fines.
If you comply within 182
Okay,
days.
perfect. Well, thank you very much.
And always request an extension if that should be adequate time.
Well, it is, and we appreciate, well, we want to thank Mr. Martinez and his team for the cooperation, Mr. Martinez and his supervisors. They've been fully cooperative, and we appreciate their attitude, and we're willing to work with them, and thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, there aren't any more respondents in here that are present. We do have someone virtually, but we've been trying to get him in, and it seems that he's not there. Jerry, our IT tech, has called him several times. He has not answered. So we're just going to proceed with the non-respondent cases. Going back to page 1, Inspector Alexander Alborez, property address 3000 Northwest 69th Court, Common Area, case number BE 2101-0003, owner Palm Air Village Condo Association Number 1 Inc. Notice posted at the property on 8521, posted at City Hall 9221. This is a new business case.
Good morning, Alexander Labore, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. This case was opened on January 5th, 2021 by a different inspector to address work without permit violation to include a Winton fence. Records show fence permit application BLD-FEN-2009-0079 accepted on September 9 of 2020 for a wood fence replacement. After the first review was determined that corrections were required, I reached out multiple times to the management office in an effort to get an update regarding corrections. Approximately 9 months later, on August 11, 2021, corrections were submitted. However, application was not approved. City is requesting for the magistrate to find that violations exist and grant the property owner 63 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Sorry, how many days?
63 days, sir.
63?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I find the violation does exist. 63 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 2, property address 2775 Northwest 63rd Court, Chief George Oliva, property owner Charleston Enterprises LLC, case number BE 2105-0065, notice posted at the property on 8/28/21, posted at City Hall 9221.
Good morning, Your Honor. Chief Oliva on behalf of the city. Case and address as read. This case is about the 40-year compliance, and the property owners, they haven't submitted the report to the city yet, and the city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days, and I fine of $100 per day thereafter.
Okay. I'm sorry, how many days?
42 days, sir.
42 days, all right. Okay, I found the violation does exist. 42 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
Okay, our next case, property address 1611 South Andrews Ave, owner North Broward Hospital District, case number BE 200500439. Notice posted at the property 8/28/21, posted at City Hall 9/2/21.
George Oliva on behalf of the city. Case and address as read. The report was submitted to the city at the beginning of the year, and it failed both reviews. So we provide the owner with a 180-day extension for compliance or submit a new report or do the repairs with open permits. They had not submitted a report or an engineer letter asking for another extension of 180 days. At this moment, the city is requesting 42 days for compliance, either by submitting a letter from an engineer requesting an extra extension on 180 days, or a report with no repairs. After the 42 days, the city is recommending $100 of fine per day and thereafter.
Okay, how many days to comply?
42 days, sir.
I found the violation does exist. 42 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
Thank you, sir.
Moving over to page 3, Inspector Hector Suarez, property address 401 Northwest 7th Terrace, case number BE 21070147, owner Mount Hermon African Methodist Episcopal Church, Inc. Notice posted at the property on 8/28/21, posted at City Hall 9/2/21.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Inspector Suarez presenting case as read. Property was inspected on July 21st, 2021, and the following violation was observed. Section 28155A. The existing fire backflow prevention device has not been tested for the subsequent recertification as per City of Fort Lauderdale Municipal Code of Ordinances. CCN 4Y27-C3SV. On August 28, 2021, a notice of hearing was posted to the property as a pre-hearing inspection of September 10, 2020. Violation remains per BSI Online. The city is requesting 42 days or $50 per day thereafter for violation.
Right, I found the violation does exist. 42 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Our next case on page 4, Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 1534 Southeast 15th Street, owner EGE Holdings LLC, case number BE 21070099. Notice posted at the property on 8/28/21, posted at City Hall 9/2/21.
Morning, Your Honor. Inspector Martinez representing the city, a case and others as read. I visited this property on July 16 of 2021. This is a multifamily building that was built in 1971. I met there with a complainant that walked me to the back of the property to check the wooden structure located near the seawall. I found that the supporting poles were rotten and deteriorated, making the structure weak. In addition, we observed that the structure has been modified and did not meet the Tiki Hut exemption. The structure was deemed as and posted as unsafe. The property was cited on the unsafe structures as per Florida Building Code 2020, Section 116.1.1. I also observed some cracks on the slab on grade under the wooden structure that was cited on the city ordinance, Section 9-280D, what states that all parts and areas subject to deterioration should be properly maintained and suitably protected from the elements. This case was opened on July 7, 2021. Inspection report was mailed out to the property owner on July 16 of 2021, and the notice of hearing was posted at the property on August 28 of 2021. There was an electrical permit applied and issued on August 23rd of 2021 to remove the electrical work from the wooden structure. No other actions have been taken. We're asking your owner to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 28 days to come into compliance or fines of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
All right, find the violations do exist. 28 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is at the bottom of page 4. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 2617 Northeast 13th Court, case number BE 2106-0081, owner AMC Frost's Beach House 2 LLC. Notice was at the property 8/28/21, posted at City Hall 9/2/21.
Inspector Martinez, representing the city, case and others as read. Your Honor, I visited this property with Chief Plumbing Enrique Salvador. While we observed a new plumbing that was installed in the laundry room, new pool heater, new pavers in the pool area and walkway, and 8 to 9 new AC units. The property was cited with work without permit under Florida Building Code 2020, Section 105.1. This case was opened on June 16, 2021. Final notice was mailed out to the property owner on July 22nd, 2021, and the notice of hearing was posted at the property on August 20, 2021. I received a call from on September 8th of 2021 from Mr. Percy, who is the property manager. And after he emailed me a letter from an architect stating that he's working on documents to address, on the drawings to address the violation. We're asking Your Honor to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 84 days to come into compliance or fine of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
Okay, I'm sorry. How many days?
84.
84. All right, I found the violation does exist. 84 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, was it 84 days? Oh. Okay, moving on to page 6. Yes. Page 6, property address 1020 Northwest 23rd Ave, Inspector Mary Rich, owner, Public Storage Prop 4 Limited, Department PT-FL 00415-01, case number BE 2103-0089. The city is requesting to vacate the final order from 5/20/21.
All right, the order of 5/20/21 is vacated.
Thank you. Page 8 at the top, property address 131 Southwest 31st Ave, owner Janice Canella, case number BE 200-40087. This case was first heard on 6/17/21 to comply by 7/29/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $2,400, which continues to accrue.
The city's request is granted.
Property address 1224 Northwest 11th Place, case number CE 200-90639, owner Dennis Swabby. This case was first heard on 6/17/21 to comply by 7/29/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $2,400, which continues to accrue.
The city's request is, oops, I'm sorry, we're on top of page 9?
Well, no, that was page 8. It was the third case down on page 8, 1224 Northwest 11th Place.
Page 8. Page 9, I've got.
This is the next
It's
one.
it's complied, correct?
That's the next one, right?
Yeah, I'm going to next, but I thought he was asking about
That's
the one I just
complied,
read.
but you said something about continue to accrue.
Yeah, but that's on page 8, 1224 Northwest 11th Place. That's the one I just
Okay,
read.
I've got it.
Okay.
My mistake, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, so now we're going over to page 9 at the top.
Okay, hang on, let me, on page 8.
Uh-huh.
The fines are imposed and will continue to accrue. All right? Okay, so we're good on that. Okay, top of page 9.
Yeah, top of page 9. Property address 5548 Northwest 9th Ave. Case number BE 200-80078. Owner, was it TIITF, State of Florida, Pompano Beach Convict Camp. This case was first heard on 4/15/21 to comply by 5/27/21. One section complied at $50. City is requesting the full amount of $550.
Okay, the city's request is granted.
All right, moving on to page 10. Property address 2549 Sugarloaf Lane. Owner Jose I. and Beatrice C. Arabis. Case number BE 20013. This case was first heard on 6/17/21 to comply by 7/15/21. One section complied at $50. City is requesting to impose admin costs of $575.
Okay, administrative cost of $575.
Thank you. Page 11 at the top. Property address 841 Arizona Ave. Case number CE 201-00174. Owner Peter R. and Bisonti Carvalho. This case was first heard on 5/20/21 to comply by 8/19/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting a 91-day extension.
The city's request for a 91-day extension is granted.
Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 943 Northwest 14th, property address 943 Northwest 14th Street, case number CE 201-20615. Owner Causley M. Cotain. This case was first heard on 5/20/21 to comply by 7/22/21. One section not complied.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. The city is requesting a 63-day extension. 63.
I'm sorry, say that again, please.
63-day extension.
All right, I'm going to grant a 63-day extension. Stay the fines as of this date.
Property address 1218 Southwest 20th Street. Owner Heather S. Kaminsky. Case number BE 200-50351. This case was first heard on 2/18/21 to comply by 4/1/21. Fine suspended as noted. One section complied at $50. City is requesting to reduce the fines to administrative costs of $250.
Okay, the city's request for administrative cost of $250 is granted.
Property address 1317 Northeast 4th Ave. Owner Agape Church of God, Inc. Case number BE 200-50382. This case was first heard on 2/18/21 to comply by 4/1/21. Fine suspended as noted. One section complied at $50.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. City is requesting for fines to be reduced to $250. $250.
Repeat the city's request.
To reduce the fines to $250.
Okay, administrative cost of
$250.
$250. Administrative cost is in.
Moving on to page 12 at the top. Property address 1540 Northwest 11th Way. Case number CE 200-80507. Owner Rodolfo Gutierrez Cusado. Homestead exempt Judith Gutierrez. This case was first heard on 6/17/21 to comply by 7/29/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requested to impose the full amount of $2,400, which continues to accrue.
The city's request is granted.
At the bottom of page 12, property address 1901 Northwest 16th Court. Owner Carlene Ulysses. Case number CE 201-1009. Did I say their address? Yes. This case was first heard on 4/15/21 to comply by 7/15/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting for a 63-day extension.
The city's request for a 63-day extension is granted.
Okay. Page 13 we heard. Page 14 is done. At this time, Your Honor, we would like to have all the cases that are listed on page 15 listed into the record as, is that correct? I'm sorry. This right? It looks different. I don't have a page like that. Sorry. Okay.
That's it?
Yeah.
Stand adjourned.
10.
Okay.
Have a good day.
I skipped one. Mr. Swindle, who wasn't with us?
We got,
We never could get him back?
No, but we still have to hear his case because it's on the agenda.
Yes, yep, you're right.
Okay. My apologies. At the bottom of page 10, property address 436 Southwest 8th Ave. Oh, yeah, his hand is raised. Can you put him in the, can you? Okay. He's actually, oh, but the inspector isn't here. Did Jorge leave?
Good afternoon, Good morning, Mr. Swindle. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Oh, one moment, Mr. Swindle. Okay, thank you.
yeah, this case was called earlier.
Yeah, but remember, he's the one virtually, and then we were trying to get him in, but he never came in the room.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, is he,
but we still need to hear it though.
We're waiting for the inspector to come back.
okay, inspector's gonna come back. All right, good.
He's coming back now. You want to take a recess?
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute recess.
Rhonda, we're going to take a 5-minute recess. Okay, thank you. Oh, he's right there,
Oh, here we are. Okay.
Okay, cancel that 5-minute recess. The inspector's right here. Are you there, Rhonda?
Let's proceed.
Mr. Swindle, you still with us?
Yes, I am. I apologize for missing you earlier.
Okay, Mr. Swindle, can you start your video, please?
Yes.
Huh? Oh, can you make him one? I kind of logged out of it. Okay.
I just message. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay. Mrs. Swindle, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is not in compliance. City is requesting for fines to be imposed.
All right, Sir, if you'll speak right in the microphone, state your name.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Robert Swindell. I'm the property owner at 436 Charlie Avenue.
Okay, tell me what's going on here.
We had, I have an 89-year-old mother-in-law living with us, and we had a peat rock driveway that I replaced with pavers, really for safety and stability for her. Did not realize, I thought we were just improving the driveway, that permits were required. I've been working with the contractor that did the work. I was supposed to have the permitting forms last week. He told me his administrative assistant came down with COVID and was delayed. I texted him again yesterday. He was supposed to have them to me yesterday. I hope to have the forms this week to submit for the permits for 436 and 432 Charlie.
All right, so have you applied for the permit?
No, I'm still waiting for the paperwork from my contractor. It's been very hard. He's worried about not being able to get the brick because of supply delays, and they won't be able to reuse what's there because we're going to have to rip it up to do the work. So he's just been, I'm sure he's got other projects he's trying to get done, but it's just been difficult this time of year with all that's going on.
All right, city object to a extension of time?
No, a 35-day extension should be enough.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez.
35 days?
Yes.
Okay, grant a 35-day extension. Stay the fines as of this date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, this concludes our September 16, 2021 Special Magistrate hearing for the Building Division.
Thank you, Tasha.
Perfect. Have a great day, everybody.